hockey, we're not really following hockey right now. I know, we can kind of talk. We're going to talk kindly more locally about it, but I know my cousin is a huge Stars fan. He moved down to Texas for a while, and now he's back up in Spokane, so he's on the east side.
Nice.
But he, see if I can find the playoffs. No, yeah, the same thing. I was going to say, I know Colorado went through, and I know Edmonton went through. Yeah. Vancouver, who's north of us, for some people don't know, there is one south of us and there's one north of us. They're both 3 hours away, and it's very confusing. They're spelled the same, and it's really stupid.
Yeah. Just BC.
Vancouver, Canada is north of us, and they are beating Nashville. Dallas looks like they could go through against the Knights, Vegas Knights, which would be great because I don't know hockey enough, but I've heard that everyone here, Vegas, for some reason, is like our nemesis, which I figured it'd be Vancouver because
good immediately. And they're a new.
Well, they were really good immediately, and I think they just have our number. But it makes no sense because I figured we would be
more local.
Yeah, why wouldn't Vancouver's 3 hours away? That should be your rival. Kind of dumb.
Yeah,
but they're also Canadian, so like.
Speaking of the Kraken, though,
we will. Yeah, the Kraken. So they signed with. They left Root Sports. So if you don't know, Root Sports is owned by the Mariners. It's one that there's a lot of baseball teams own or have their own. Deals with companies.
The one that I know is like the Yankees Entertainment.
Yep. Entertainment
it's
Sports.
Yes, but I can't remember the last
I don't know
part.
what it is.
That's
they
the
have,
one I know.
And theirs is big because they also have the Brooklyn Nets. There's also teams like, I know like Oakland and San Francisco are a part of NBC Sports Bay Area.
Oh, yeah.
I think like the Sacramento Kings are a part of that, whatever. So teams have their own things. The Mariners own Root Sports, which used to be formerly known as Fox Sports Northwest.
Oh, sure.
And so now Fox Sports, I think, is now Bailey Sports, whatever it is.
Bally?
Yeah, I think they own.
Okay, sure.
They bought it, whatever. They bought the rights. So the Kraken signed a 2-year deal, starting their career, or whatever, and now have left for Amazon. First off, makes sense. Amazon owns the Climate Pledge Arena. There's not a lot of like, oh my gosh. The thing that sucks for everything else kills the Mariners.
Yep.
Which doesn't surprise me because the Mariners, they've been so focused on this, and it's hard because they've already moved Root Sports, and this is, I think, a big reason. Root Sports, for people who don't know, it's a local sports network, obviously. It only shows the Mariners and I think Gonzaga and the Kraken.
And the Trailblazers, they're a part of it.
The Blazers, I think, are a part of it too, actually. You're right. So there's 4 teams, so it's very local. They have now moved it from after last year on like Comcast and Xfinity, I think everything. You have to pay for like the premium sports package on cable. So it used to be just a local network that you could just get because you had basic cable.
Yep.
Which was cool because then everyone could watch the Mariners. Everyone could, in Idaho, Washington, Oregon, and I think Alaska. I don't know if it went to Montana.
That's right.
I know those 4 for sure because I have people that are friends in Idaho and stuff, over in like Boise and stuff.
Yeah.
So it hurts the Mariners because you're taking a sport away. You're taking ad revenue.
Yeah.
Doesn't shock me though because the Kraken just want to be on TV.
Yeah.
They're a new sport. They just want people to watch them. So they're going to. So I was reading this because my friend, who's a pretty big Kraken fan, he was like, "This is a great move," and I was like, "Well, I haven't know the details. I don't know what the money is. They won't tell you the money." They are leaving because they want to be on TV. But if you have Prime, which I don't know who doesn't in the Pacific Northwest.
Exactly.
I mean, it's Amazon is like
free with Prime.
Yeah, and but everyone has Prime up here because it's just. I mean, literally, like I remember when we were down in Florida, I would order something and I would change my address and it'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'll be here next day," and I'd change my address to the Florida address and be like, 3 days. I was like, "What is this? What garbage is this?" Up here, we literally have an Amazon warehouse
everywhere.
There's probably if you drive within an hour of one Amazon warehouse, you'll probably touch another one or two.
Yeah,
they are everywhere up here now. So a lot of people have it, so it makes sense here. If you get Prime, like you said, you get it free. You only get it for free in Oregon, Washington, and Alaska, though.
Sure.
So that's kind of weird. So it kind of screws over Idaho. Don't know why they don't include Idaho. But that's only for Prime.
Yeah.
Otherwise, at least in Washington, it's going to be on Kong TV or Cairo. Okay. So it will be on a local station here, like our news networks. But I don't know what the money looked like.
Yeah, that's weird.
And then there are supposedly rumors that the NHL might be doing a deal with Amazon as a whole.
Sure. Yeah.
Kind of like
the NFL did.
Well, like ESPN does with ESPN Plus has all baseball.
Yeah.
As long as you're out of the region or whatever, that garbage. So yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah. I thought it was, I mean, honestly, I kind of like it because
it's a great move.
I mean, like you said, who doesn't have Prime? Like, I mean, personally, I pay for Fubo to watch the Mariners. But if I didn't have to pay for that,
why would you? Yeah, why would you?
I mean, it saves money. And, I mean, something their president said is just it gives people more access.
Yeah, I mean, that's their biggest thing. They just want viewership.
Prime.
Yeah.
So people are going to watch it.
Well, and still, too, even if you had to have local basic cable, you can just turn them on. And I think that's their idea is we just want eyes on the screen. Yeah. And Root Sports is trying to make money out of it, which is something just fell over here and scared me. Which is fair. I can understand that. But again, the Kraken sell games. It's still an exciting sport up here. I know we were bad this year, but people are all for it.
I think they'll do well.
I think it's a great move. I think it's the smart thing to do. Again, bring viewers into the game. Try to get people involved and interested in the sport. I know, like on Root Sports, they did do a lot of cool things where they were like Hockey 101, hockey, because people up here
don't know.
One of my good friends, Grant, played hockey, and he ended up going up to Canada to play in the minor leagues or whatever. I don't know what it was called exactly, but super good. And he was like, I mean, I think at our high school there was 3 players that like played, and they were all okay.
I had a couple,
but it's just not a big sport up here, and it's growing. And then you're right. I think the majority of people up here have Prime, and Prime also. Besides the fact that it gets you to Kraken, you also get Prime movies. You get TV shows.
Stuff.
You get a lot of extra stuff. So for a lot of people, it's like it's a win-win because if I have to pay for like Root Sports Premium, I don't really it just blows my mind that people are like, oh yeah, I need Root Sports to watch the Mariners. I'm like, why?
Yeah,
we're not that even entertaining of a team. But anyway, I think it's a good move.
Yeah, I think it's better for them.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
In the long run.
And then again, if Amazon, and like I know you said kind of before the podcast, this is the first solo team to sign with Amazon. Again, not shocking. It's a local, not even a small company. It's a massive company. They own the stadium. There's probably relationships going on. They all know what's going on. Whatever. Yeah. But I think it opens the door for Amazon to maybe try to be like, oh yeah, we're gonna do the Thursday night football. Now because you have to have Prime to watch Thursday night football. Now you can watch hockey on Prime if you it's just how the world's going. Everything's going to subscription based, and Root Sports is trying to, I think, squeeze every penny out of it because they know that it's going that way. Yeah. And I think in the next probably 5 years, I've said this for a while, I think like basic cable, like Xfinity, Dish TV, gone.
They'll still be there. It'll just be a subscription instead of
I don't know. Because I mean, like, think about it. If you go out and if you want to go get CBS Network, NBC Network, ESPN. That's a lot of shows, and everyone in the world has Netflix now. Yeah. So you have those. That's plenty to watch, and I think people are realizing that. Like my dad pays for Xfinity, and he has way too many channels. I couldn't tell you how many channels there are because we don't touch. We watch Discovery, ESPN, the MLB Network, the sporting networks that we watch or whatever, and we record Survivor on CBS.
That's it.
Yeah. And if you take his bill, which is probably over $100, and you split it into CBS, all these $7 a month, I think it's going to go away.
Yeah.
I don't think it lasts forever, unless somehow they can bring out like really good deals or packages that no one else can do.
Yeah, I don't think they'll go down without a fight though.
Oh, I agree with that. I mean, obviously, or someone will buy their right. Like Amazon will buy them and then just diminish them. Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. It'll be interesting. Again, I'm not the biggest Kraken fan. I do know a little bit about them. I know they were pretty bad this year. I also have learned from one of my other friends that like every team in the NHL makes the playoffs. So when you miss the playoffs, it's pretty bad. It's kind of like the NBA now where there's like, what is it?
Play-in tournament?
Yeah, well, there's 20. Is it 12 or is it 10?
There's so many.
I guess the top 10 make it out of 32. So there's 20 teams in the 30. It's ridiculous. But
crazy.
Pretty fun. So that's kind of local, I guess. That's kind of the most local.